All right, let's try this again. Man, I'm having a tough time, you guys. They have to still come out to do the poll. All right. Let's see. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Okay, I'll see if I can play with this and see if I can get this up so I can see your words. There we go. Let's try that. All right. Ace of Swords, card of the day. Let's hope we stay connected. If we don't, I'm just going to leave this up. They were supposed to be out at the poll, fixing the poll this week. They haven't arrived yet. So I will be away, but I will still be doing card of the day, the Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and I hope to see you there. The card is the Ace of Swords, and this is the card of victory. It's the card of Excalibur. The Lady of the Lake gives Excalibur to King Arthur so he can fight for justice, and she does this after his other sword has broken because he did something not so great. So she saved him. Yo, we're asking my guardian angel for the connection to stay solid so I don't lose you. And I'm already getting pixelated. All right. I'm just going to ask a couple of questions, and you can more than one. Okay. You'll just have to listen to me. I'll try to do another video a little bit later this evening. Okay, I want to know, first of all, I want to know if Hegseth, he's calling all the leaders and top military leaders. I want to know if this will be a successful meeting. I want to know if this will be a successful meeting for Hegseth and the leaders. I'm just going to breathe my way through this. All right, let's see how he does. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the video, you guys, because I've been fighting with Comcast. We thought we had it. We've redone the router, the modem, and now they have to rewire at the pole. So this is it. I'll try maybe a StreamYard, maybe in just a little bit. I'm teaching class, and then I'll try to get back on. Okay, because we have lots of questions, and I wanted to get to them. Okay, so this was suggested. This is an idea that came from two other men. Okay, so I think it was probably Theil and Vance, and I'm really positive about this. That Trump didn't even know about it when he was sitting with the leader of Turkey the other day. It was yesterday, and he was asked about it. He didn't even know that this was happening. He said, "Oh yeah, I think it's a great idea that he gets together with all of them." That's why I understand what's happening, that they're, ready to oust Trump. Okay. I think there's going to be really mixed reviews. I think the outrage is already happening. I think they're really upset. They're very upset, but they think that he is making a big deal out of nothing. And there's So some sort of a report here. This could be by Tulsi Gabbard. She has that dark hair. And so let's see if what he's going to tell them is positive. No, this is maybe even some made up numbers or some gossip here. Will he have, is this a positive meeting or a negative meeting? All right. Is this a positive meeting with positive information and empowering information or not? This is about other countries and possibly something that was seen. It has something to do with the internet. It has something to do with surveillance. But it's shaky. It's ungrounded. And he's a blowhard. You know, he's just ridiculous. They're just going to say that he isn't balanced. He needs to be better balanced. Yes, he needs to have, this only comes up when we need balance, you know? So if he was seen as balanced and having all the information that he needed and was keeping it all together, he wouldn't need the temperance card. And they're a little bit sketchy about helping someone else. I do feel, because of the first spread that we did with what could be the Pootie card on that side, it may be about helping people take things out of the sky. Okay. So I don't have a great feeling about this meeting and the information. It isn't working for him. It just, you know, when we get the hangman in the outcome position, it means whatever you're doing just gets suspended, or maybe there'll even be a suspension that they won't meet at the time, or they'll maybe do it a different way because the way it's being done is perceived in a negative light, that there has to be a better way. So I think hopefully they'll change this. Okay. It's for them. I was asking about them. All right. Does anybody have a clear video of me? Could you tell me? You can hear me perfectly? Okay. I sound okay. All right, guys. No, okay. I'm sorry. So I am going out of town, so I had to try again, even though cable company hasn't helped me completely yet. Okay. We'll try. I'll try to come back a little bit later. All right. So how will Pete Hegseth be viewed then by all of us and by the other military leaders? Will they think that he's, because I think he's on his way up. I think he's on its way up. How will he be seen after this completely? How will he be viewed? What will the perception be of him? Because, I mean, he can't function in that role correctly because he doesn't have the knowledge to function. All right. someone's trying to help him. No, he just comes across as unbalanced. He's not grounded. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He could vacillate and go from topic to topic. He tries to come off that he's all together, but he isn't. And he has an ulterior motive. This is if there's some strategery here. He's being put up to it. Okay, Trump doesn't have any idea what's going on. Thank you, Jen. Thanks for hanging in there with me. All right. There are some that want to help him. I feel like someone else is going to talk to them and say, just, hang in there. Maybe we can do this a little differently. And they just sort of, this is all sort of like Hegseth prostituting himself. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right. Oh, boy. They just don't. I mean, this is really trying to push someone else's agenda here. So it's probably Miller and Theil and all of them. Whoops. But he isn't doing it for himself. Some of them will think that he means well and that he's working with these other people, but I don't think they hold him in a good light. All right. I'm so sorry about the internet, you guys. I thought we had it. I knew they were still coming to do the poll, but I thought maybe they came when I was out. All right. Let's see. James Comey, former FBI. He's been indicted. What minute are we? Minute 12. I can put that on the video. James Comey, former FBI director. I feel like what he did to Hillary Clinton put Trump in the first time. So, but I don't feel like he should be held accountable for something that he didn't do, right? So, oh man, it's so convoluted, isn't it? James Comey, former FBI director. Is he going to be, he's been indicted. Will he be successful beating the charges? Yes or no? James Comey be successful beating the charges? Yes or no? One way or another. All right. So the tower is just so disruptive. So everyone that's involved in this feels all shook up. And there will be some important information coming through that just makes things even more difficult. He feels confident. He'll get a little help from his friends. I don't know who this, what's her name? Lindsay again? She's going to get somebody in there that's just really going to make something very difficult for Comey. It's really, really, really difficult. All right, let's see. Is there any way he can win this? I think if everyone played fair, he might be okay, but they're not going to play fair. So I think he's in actual trouble. Will he win? Is there anything he can do to win? Aw, thanks, Miss Judy. That's very sweet of you. All right. They're going to try to get him with something else. I don't know what this is. He has a problem coming. This is heavy duty for him. He could have a health problem here too. And they're lying. There's lying, deception. They're going to make this so difficult that, I mean, he'll have to wait this out. They're trying to levy, well, they're trying to bring something else. It's like two things. They're trying to find something else here. This is very difficult for him. It's very difficult. And yet when you listen to all of the top ex-officials, prosecutors, and they all say, oh, well, there's hardly a leg to stand on here. But let's look at this a different way. Will Trump feel victorious? Will he be in his conviction of Comey? Will Trump win in his indictment with Comey to get it to stick? He gets something out of it, but he'll mostly be seen as a fool for this because top officials will see him as a fool. But he will get something out of this. He does get some satisfaction. He's already, the son-in-law has resigned, the daughter's having issues. So, but he does get something out of it, but it's very small. So, all right. I will try to do some still videos and put it up because I won't need to go live, and so that I can put them up for you while I'm gone. All right, I also wanted to know, do the authorities, the police authorities that have arrested Robinson for the CK unaliving, do they have the right person? That's what I'm asking. Do they have the right person? Do the police, do the authorities that have arrested Robinson for the unaliving of CK, do they have the right person? There's all kinds of conspiracy theories and lots of ideas about how it could have happened. Boy, it's just really upsetting. Okay, now this tells me that there's something we're not aware of, that there's another person, okay, that something else happened here. So we don't have everything. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the two of cups on its side. And we wouldn't be missing something. We wouldn't have our blindfold on. There's a money deal here. for entertainment purposes only on a really gross subject. Okay, patience and perseverance pay off. There are secrets we do not know. There are other authoritative figures that are involved and unseen. But our guides and angels are saying they are giving us a yes. So, but perhaps there are some other, thank you, Lisa Foster. That's very kind of you. There are some other elements or people here, okay? So he could have been egged on. He could have been assisted. Like the guy that did the thing in Texas the other day was also a gamer. So there could be some connections there. But for right now, we'll get more information. But for right now, we do have the Sun card. This is Butler gone wrong. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hopefully when I get back from my vacation, this is my first vacation I've ever taken where I'm not working during my vacation. We'll see. I may do a video while I'm over there. We'll see how their internet is. It should be fixed by the time I get home. We thought we had it. All right. I wanted to know about Mark Burnett or MGM. They have some unaired footage, a lot of unaired footage of Trump and the Apprentice, and some compromising they have a lot of film that has not been seen, and it's purported to have racial slurs and other things that could be very helpful if we could see them. And I want to know, we haven't asked for a long time. And I know they both signed, non-disclosures, and they're afraid for their companies or whatever, and they have investments with Trump. But I want to know if either one of these, either MGM, the owners of MGM, or Mark Burnett, will break through their fear and bring forward the unaired footage of Apprentice in order to save our democracy. That's what I want to know. I want to know if MGM or Mark Burnett. All right, you guys, this makes it very apparent that we're going to get there's messages, there's some things going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And I just wanted to say to you again, we asked in the last video, if you haven't seen it, please go back and watch it. We asked if we would get more information about the girls gathering together and coming forward to release names of people they were paid for. And if you were watching Nicole Hollis yesterday and the day before, they had Terry Palmieri, and they had some of the Epstein survivors, victims, that said the girls are working together. And they have some of the senators' names, and they're getting all their information together. So that is going to come out. Listen, we have to have some things to focus on and be very positive about, hopeful and optimistic. That's one thing. And then the Truth Alliance people are working, even have the video on Pacman about how they're getting in the swing states, how the numbers were not correct. And so that is something to be optimistic about, right? And now we're getting that there is indeed going to be information from MGM. I think I'm going to retitle the video, warn people about the connection, but also retitle it about Mark Burnett and MGM. Okay. So, because I just came back on, so I really didn't give a name. All right, let's see. Mark Burnett, well, either Mark Burnett or the owners of MGM, the people who say yay or nay, the people in control, will they release unaired footage of The Apprentice anytime soon? Will they help in saving our democracy? At the time, it was only supposed to be like a $5 million fine, which, you know, people could get together. A lot of movie stars and other people that have deals with MGM or whatever it is now, that can say, you know, we'll give you this money. We'll front you this money if you will do this, you know? I can't tell you where I'm going on vacation, but I am going somewhere I've never been before. So that's exciting. I've always wanted to go, but this will be my first time there. Okay. They're not quite there. Listen, MGM and Mark Burnett have so much to share. This is a lot. You know, the information that the high priestess has rolled up in those scrolls, this is a big deal. All right. And the Seven of Wands means we're not quite there yet, but they're working on it. They've been speaking to other people. There's a lot of talk about this. There's a lot of hot gossip about this. Okay, we're getting closer here. They've been approached by others. They're like, man, come on, you gotta help us. Come on. You know, because the Knight of Swords is here, and this is when you're passionate about what is right and wrong. It's really important to push forward, you know? All right, let's see here. But they're, you know, they would just be fined or whatever. They have enough people behind them. They have enough power, and this means the ideas are there. They're going to exert their will. They have the speaking stick, so to speak, and they have power to do this. They could even say they got in the hands of these three women. Somehow these people got a hold of this footage. How did that happen? Okay. I never took my eye off them. I knew where they were, and somebody got them. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so this is going to be a part. I think this is really important because the Fool and the Death card means it will be brought out to be part where there's a new beginning, the Ace and the Fool, that can help facilitate the end, if you know what I mean. And I wanted to take another look at the Orange One's health because I looked at him on Tuesday and it looked like he was still doing okay. Although Denise got not good cards. She didn't get good cards from him this morning. But we'll take a look. But I feel like this is significant. One of them is going to put an end. You know, it's make it or break it time, and they're going to take the risk. Beginning, ending. Okay. All right. Will it be soon? All right. I'll ask you guys if it's going to be soon. Will it be soon? I think so because we got the Eight of Wands. Remember when I was shuffling and it came flying out? So will we get information from either Mark Burnett or MGM soon? When I lost you guys the first time, I thought I was going to cry. I couldn't believe it was happening again. But it's okay. I made it through. All right. They know that they're taking a risk. Boy, they know they're taking a risk, but they're going to do it. there are fees, fines that would be involved. I think they're going, I hope they would be brave enough to say that we're doing it, or we're giving it to Democracy Docket or other people to bring it to the light. But I feel like they may say somebody got it. And they do want to be paid. Okay, fine. And then they lawyer up. I'm getting 4s. Got 2 4s here, you guys. And a 3. And this is a fall festival too. So I feel like it's soon. I do. I feel like it's soon. Cups take a little while, so it isn't within the next couple weeks or anything, but I feel like it's in a month to 2 months, because I got the 2 4s there. Cups take a little while. Pentacles and cups take a little while longer than swords and wands. We got the swords here. They're trying to make a plan on how this is going to happen. All right. I doubt it's Burnett. I think it's probably more the people at MGM. Now, Ellison and the Murdochs, the Fox people are taking over TikTok. I mean, what's going to happen with the TikTok witches? What's going to happen to them? If they're taking over the algorithm, won't that just be like what they want you to see, what they want you to hear? That's the same as Fox Noise. Oops, how do you get upside? Oops. All right, is TikTok going to be saved? Most of the users continue to use it? The creators, like Witch Talk people? All right, they want to control it. They don't want the Witch Talk people to be able to. They may make them pay or pay them less, so it won't be as profitable. So somehow the money isn't then worth it. They think they can hide and the creators won't know and won't see. It makes it very difficult. I think creators are going to get together and use a different platform. I don't know if this is going to be something like Twitch or something else. It'd be hard to get something to go that viral, but it can be done. Everything else took off, it can be done. Some of them will go to competitive things like Instagram. Okay. Will another, because they are, it's like they're controlling everything. Will Xi of China and Bytedance, will they give Trump and Murdoch and Ellison control of TikTok? Will they give it to them? Will they sell it to them? Thank you, Miss Beth. Will Xi of China, who just really wants to pants Trump, he just wants to embarrass the hell out of him. He wants to dance him and triumph. Okay. Will he sell it? Because Trump says, oh, it's in the works. It isn't there. There's some catches. It isn't all there yet. Uh-oh. I may lose you guys. We might be at the end. If I lose you, I'll try to come up on StreamYard a little bit later. Maybe it'll hold. Xi will come up with an offer. He will come up with an offer. He'll say, if you give me this, we can possibly put it together. Okay. All right, I wanted to ask about AOC's safety. Hit the like button, you guys, even though we're having connection issues. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help a girl out. AOC, is she safe? AOC safe? I don't ever really have problems sleeping before I take off on a trip, but I haven't slept well for the last 3 nights. I feel like there's something else. There's another plan going through here. Someone really doesn't like her. Okay. There are people plotting. Is she safe? Okay, so I feel like she has some difficulty coming up here. I don't like this. And I don't like the King of Swords aspected by negative cards here. That isn't good for her. So she has to get some extra protection. Keep an eye on her. Let's ask Crockett. Good call, Dorian. All right. Jasmine Crockett. Is she safe? Jasmine Crockett. Is she safe? And I don't like the Queen of Swords there. Last time I read on Jasmine Crockett, it showed that everything in her future was going to be just like dredging through mud. You're trying to really control her. Okay, so her cards are not very good either. So this is a difficult time for her. So we'll keep an eye on her. She has some support. This is just a very difficult time for her. Very difficult. And then the other person I wanted to ask about was President Obama. And then I want to read on Netanyahu, but I think I'll try to come back on StreamYard. Thank you for posting questions for me today. Thank you for staying with me. Is President Obama safe? So there are people. And that would be no, right off the top of the. I think he has a good support system and Secret Service and or people that he's hired. He's used to this. He worries more about his family, of course. Thank you, Deanna. That's very sweet of you. All right, this is good. Okay. There's fear here. There's some fear, and there's another world that really wants him out. So I don't like these three. So he has some problems too. I like this. I thought we were going to get better cards, you guys. Drats. Let's reshuffle. Okay, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. All right, let's see if I'm still hanging on here. I just wanted to ask if Netanyahu will be removed soon. He was speaking at the UN, and many delegates and world leaders just got up and walked right out, and he just couldn't believe it. I think he was gobsmacked, you know? Will Netanyahu be removed soon? He's making big enemies over the settlement in the West Bank, UAE, Qatar, Hamas, the whole 9 yards. Netanyahu going down soon. He's a fool. Everyone knows it. There are people in his cabinet or whatever you call it that don't like what he's doing. And he is not happy with them. It doesn't matter what he does, it's never enough. All right, he's actually feared now. He's going to have another health problem. And another man will take his place. So this is good. This is good. There's some officer that will take his place. This is actually really great news. Okay. All right. Oh, thanks for letting me know you can see me. All right. Thanks for being so supportive, you guys. All right, let's take a look at this Lindsay Halligan. Lindsay Halligan. She's that U.S. attorney in Virginia that the other one resigned because he wouldn't bring charges against Comey and others. Lindsay Halligan. She's the only one that signed the document, the indictment. What does her future look like? Oop. Yeah, she's working with the devil. Yes, it's a man. Okay. Okay, so of course Excalibur is on its side. So she is not for the truth and justice. She's playing with fire, she's playing with the devil. And she gets something that she did doesn't go through well. She thinks she can bring it. She's working on something else. Excuse me. Okay. She's hanging in there. She's still hanging in there. So we'll do an update on her. She's going to bring some other type of indictment. She isn't done. So people are making fun of her. Oh, this is bad. All right, let's go ahead and get a reading for you, and I'll try to come back. I have class to teach, but I'll try to come back. Hopefully it'll be better later, or at least maybe on StreamYard it will hold up. Thank you, Valerie. It's a message for all of us, guides and angels. We're asking for all living beings to aid, assist, and help us, lift us up, for the truth to be seen, the truth for all to be seen in the light. Remember, words are spells, so we got to make them good, right? What is their message for us? I feel like we have some positive changes coming. I really do. I think there are so many things. There are so many irons in the fire that it's coming together. So I don't want you to be upset. Okay. It does seem tough. It doesn't feel like we're in control, but we are. It's a lot. It feels, we could feel overwhelmed. So I think it's very important for you to delegate duties as much as you can. Don't take anything else new on. Don't add to your to-do list. Try to finish up things that you've already started when we get the 10 of Wands. This also means you might put on some weight. So put the sugar down. Not the sugar. And remember that sitting is the new smoking. So you got to get out and move it. You got to move it. I got to move it. You got to move it. Can't let the muscles atrophy. All right. We have to give more nutrients to our body. So we're getting too much of one food group and not enough of the other. So shake it up, you guys. You know what to do. There are lots of fall festivals. There are lots of gatherings. So we need to go to these buildings. Now, this isn't going online. This isn't, taking a class online or what have you. This is actually physically going to a place where there are gatherings and invitations, people getting together. This will help you feel better. And sometimes we just put too much on. This is the busy work yourself till you drop to card, All right. Renewed optimism. Hope for the future. This is super great. This is awesome. I love it. So sometimes we just have to set this down. The dish police are not coming to your kitchen. Give up control. Don't do everything because you think you can do it quicker, better, faster. Delegate and get out. Right? Get outside. The air is great. Wear your best outfit. Oh, I can't show the nakedness. I'll get more than pixelated. All right. So outside gatherings are really great. Everything from flea market, outside farmers market, harvest, jazz festivals, all that kind of stuff. And don't worry. Stay optimistic because there's really good news coming. When they give us the star, this is dress for success, and be proud of yourself. You're doing a good job. You've come a long way, baby. All that jazz. All right, don't feel oppressed. It's okay. This is also, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And so we might feel overloaded for a couple of days. So do your best to lighten it up and just get out. Get out. Better days are coming, I promise. All right, you guys, much love to you. Thanks for holding on and staying with me. I promise I'm going to call them as soon as I'm going to call Xfinity as soon as we're done here. Take care. I'll do a couple of still videos and upload them so they won't be faulty. Okay? All right, much love to you. Take care. Thank you.